Hello, it's Roommate, and I'm back again to play some more Timeless. Today it is Hammertime. If I can find the card. Yes, we're playing Colossal Hammer in Timeless. The basic strategy of this deck: use Sigarda's Aid or Kemba's Outfitter to put a Colossus Hammer on a creature and beat face. It's a pretty straightforward linear deck. And I am on Azorius with Luris. Not all decks are on Luris. Some go a little bit bigger, but I'll go a little bit more into the deck. I like Luris. I think Luris is one of the best cards you can play. It's just gives you so much grind potential. It keeps your deck nice and lean, and no one is on Chalice of the Chalice of the Void. So staying at this 1 and 0 mana curve, there really is no punishment. So I'm a big Luris player, especially in a deck where you just need like if your first wave doesn't work, you need a second wave, and Luris does that. So that's why I'm on Luris. Then obviously you need your creatures. These help. Kemba and Kemba's Outfitter help get your Colossus Hammer on stuff. Stoneforge Mystic, big card for the deck, helps find your Colossus Hammer, but you also do play a Stoneforge Mystic package of Lava Boots, Haste, and Ward 1. Just a good card. Really powerful with Giver. Shadow Sphere, Trample is huge. You need Trample a lot to try and close out the games with Colossus Hammer. So giving your creature plus 10, plus 11, plus 11 Trample and Lifelink wins games. And Reality Chip is your grindy option. If you need to go late game, you can tutor this, cheat it into play, auto-equip it, and then you can just start future sighting. So that is really strong. And so Giver of Runes is interaction protection. Esper Sentinel, you just need enough 1-drops to put Colossus Hammer on. And this card does need the card draw. Esper Sentinel feels really bad against Bowmaster. But if they don't have Bowmaster, it can actually be really, really powerful. So it's a very swingy card. But I found that you just need like an extra advantage engine. And if you can ever put an equipment and it doesn't die to the Bowmaster trigger, then it's just a really good card. Ornithopter, it helps speed you up. Turn 1, Ornithopter, Sigarda's Aid, double hammers lethal on turn 2. So it just helps speed you up. Mishra's Bauble, you're a Luris deck. So playing a couple Mishra's Baubles for Luris is important. And then, so that's the main, and then you have your interaction pieces. Swords to Plowshares, just the best removal spell. I tried playing Path in my test games, and because of the life gain aspect, but just not giving your opponent a land means a ton. And then Spell Pierce, you just need to interact in this format. This deck's not fast or consistent enough to not interact. So you need to interact in this format. Spell Pierce, Swords to Plowshares is just probably the two best pieces of interaction for this deck, being both 1 mana. Sideboard, Deafening Silence for Show and Tell or Dark Ritual decks, and extra Esper Sentinel as a way to side in to be a little bit more resilient against control decks. Pithing Needle for Necropotence or One Ring or any of these cards. Extra Swords if you need removal. Soul Guide Lanterns for graveyard decks. Get Lost, just a versatile removal spell. Test of Talents for combo decks. And No More Lies for any matchup that you want an extra counter spell. So that's the deck. I'm going to hop into some matches, and I'll see you in round 1. Hello, welcome to round 1. I'm against Demi Merch. There was a rank reset for May, so I'm in Platinum, and I look at this opening hand, and it's really close, but you don't have any equipments and 2 cards that need equipments. I'm against Zerda. I have no idea what I'm playing against. There's a chance Swords to Plowshares is like really good if there's some sort of combo deck, but I have to mulligan. This is a very similar hand, but Esper Sentinel kind of gives me some outs. So I'm going to get rid of the Ornithopter. So I have Spell Pierce, Esper Sentinel, Giver of Runes, so... Yeah, Esper Sentinel gives some outs. Brainstorm, okay. They're not on Bowmaster. This does rule out Bowmaster, so... I don't know if this is like a blue-white control deck. It's just playing Zerda, because it's on like One Ring. But... definitely Hollow Fountain into Esper Sentinel. Hopefully this taxes their mana. Or it draws me a card or two. Oh, they're on Stoneforge Mystic. Cryptic Coat. Colossus Hammer is actually a pretty good draw. So... just going to get a Giver... and a Hammer down and pass the turn. Next turn I have a Kemba plus a Giver up to eat at their interaction. If they just hold up Stoneforge Mystic activation, I'm fine. Which looks like is what they're doing. So, Mishra's Bauble. What's the top card of my library? A Stoneforge Mystic. That's pretty good too, but I want to get my threat on the board, so we're just going to Kemba. Put the Colossus Hammer on. And just pass. So they're going to put the Cryptic Coat in. Oh, they're not putting a Cryptic Coat in. Okay. Pass. Swords to Plowshares. So that's going to resolve. Do they have double swords? No. Huh. That's interesting. Dust Bowl. Huh. Yeah, time to attack. I'm going to put the other Esper Sentinel down. Yeah, they can have their Cryptic Coat. Resolves. In turn. This taxes their mana a ton. And Kemba's Outfitter allows the Colossus, if they get rid of the Kemba, the Colossus Hammer to move around. Something I'm pretty happy with. My turn. Yep, so it's attacking. Kemba's there's Swords to Plowsharing the Giver. That's gonna resolve. Oh, they're not paying. Let's name white. Okay. Is this a counter spell? Or dig through time? Dig through time. I mean, I'm 100% countering this. I don't want to give them outs. I play this. Move the equipment over, and then make it equip for 1. Oh, that did kill the Kemba. Oops. This can enter tapped. That was a misplay. I forgot the damage was still on it. But so I'm going to attack. Make them tap basically out. Yep. So they're on just infinite chump block mode, which I'm fine with because I get a Stone Forge, take action. So there's definitely a reason to get Reality Chip as just like a second wave. So if they Wrath, I can just Reality Chip. Or I get Shadow Sphere, which makes their chump blocking network. They have an Eternal Dragon. I don't think they're going to have a main deck Wrath, so I'm just going to get a Shadow Sphere and put it into play and an Ornithopter. I don't think they're going to have a Wrath. And if they just like tap out for an Eternal or a Timeless Dragon, yeah. No more chump blocks. So this is just a Stoneblade deck. I like an extra Esper Sentinel. I actually kind of like a Swords. And I kind of like... I don't really like Pithing Needle. Take out Spell Pierce. I guess like naming Cryptic Coat is fine. Maybe cut the baubles to go up the Soul Guide Lanterns. They're more mana, but they do fight against Dig Through Time. So normally like super control decks are tough for this deck, but if they're also based on like putting creatures on the board, that makes it a little bit better for me. They were Jeskai. Oh, well. Yep, easy mulligan into a good keep. Lava Spur Boots is like really appealing here. Like super appealing to just go turn 1 Boots, turn 2 Esper Sentinel, equip the Boots, and then I'm gonna draw a card. Yeah. I'll keep that. There's also a, Kemba, but I think it's just like if they tap out, I just Lava Spot Boots and Esper Sentinel. And if they counter my Esper Sentinel, I just get a land of Colossus Hammer. Yeah. Ooh. That's also a good one. So Esper Sentinel. I think this is going to get counterspelled. Stern Scolding, yep. Do they have a second Stern Scolding? Okay, they don't have a counter, so maybe they tap super low. Brainstorm. What do they got? That looks like a counter spell. So I'm just gonna try and equip. If they kill it, or they don't kill it. I'm gonna attack. And just put the Colossus Hammer into play. Mana drain, sure. So I have a swords. I guess if they go ring, that would be kind of scary. Okay, there's swordsing that. If they play Stoneforge Mystic, I'm like still pretty happy. Yep. So I gotta go get a plains. And just exile this. And then I get a Kemba auto-equip the boots. Attack for 4. And I have a Luris still. If they are playing Timeless Dragon. Okay, that's good against me. Just drawing the Luris. Gonna play an Ornithopter and pass. High Noon. Oh, that's really good against Luris. However, yeah, this is very good against my Luris turn. My turn. Kemba's Outfitter. Yeah, I think I still just have to play Luris. Equipped. And offer the trade. And then I get to re-equip here. Divine Purge. Oh. That is scary. They just gonna remove this? So, that's tough. Yeah. Zerda. Oh, that costs less mana. Interesting. This is too little too late. Gotta equip. Pass. They're just gonna remove it to fairy. So I do get a Esper Sentinel. Equip. And kill the Teferi. Oh, they can do that. Okay, I'm just dead. They stabilized against my threats. Okay, maybe we'll go back up the Spell Pierces, seeing how much they're not just a Stoneforge deck. Thought it was just a Stoneforge deck, and then they went and played a bunch of powerful spells against me. Okay. Game 3 on the play. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel. Yeah. Snap keep. Turn 1, I have an Esper Sentinel into Sigarda's Aid Colossus Hammer. Let's see if they have Spell Pierce. They do not. Do they have a Swords? They do. So I'm going to draw. So this is okay. Another Colossus Hammer. Okay. Field of the Dead. They have a pretty wild deck. Giver of Runes. Do they have another Swords? I'm gonna play around another Swords by just playing a Kemba and equipping. It will make me draw another card. Divine Purge, so I'm gonna draw a card. Ooh. 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 That's pretty good. How about a take action? How about 13 haste damage? Bam! Alrighty. Esper Sentinel drew me multiple cards there. Help me get over the hump against the control deck, and it's why Esper Sentinel's a necessary evil. So I'll be back for round 2. Alrighty, I am back for round 2 against Dirknelu. On the draw, Spell Pierce, Stoneforge, Ornithopter, bunch of lands. So this is missing a way to equip, but yeah, and if they turn 1 Thoughtseize, like my Stoneforge Mystic, this hand does nothing. So I got a mulligan. Oh, this is pretty much the same thing, but I gotta put a land to the bottom, so I have a bit more gas in this hand, and I'm 1 Hammer, Stoneforge Mystic, even a Reality Chip, Shadow Sphere are all like pretty good draws, so yep. So just gonna, excuse me, jam the Sigarda's Aid before it gets Thoughtseize or counterspelled, so if this is blue-black control, it has to be a really difficult matchup. It's looking like it. I do get a Swords of Bowmaster here. Yeah, this looks like blue-black control. This is a really tough matchup. This deck, like, main deck, Archmage's Charm. I guess it could also be the Thassa's Oracle Tainted Pact deck. Yep. Go get a tap Tallow Fountain. And I'm just going to buy Alaris. My creatures do nothing. Don't want to waste my mana. So, Bowmaster, yep. Don't play an Esper Sentinel. Drown in the lock. Sure. Play a Kemba's Outfitter. See if they take the bait on the counterspell. They do. So, they did eat 2 counterspells from them, and I get 2 Swords of Bowmaster. So, just gonna pass. Valky. That gets to get my Luris. Yep. So this is just like a chase Valky deck. Control deck. Yeah, it's still gonna be a tough matchup. Deathray Shaman. If they have another counterspell, they have another counterspell. If they don't, I do get my Luris back. Okay, I have my Luris back. I don't have a card to play. They definitely have a counterspell. I'm just gonna play the Kemba's Outfitter. Yep. And pass. Brainstorm. I tried Brainstorm in this deck, but there's just not enough removal spells, and Bowmaster is still everywhere. So Brainstorm was just, I drew it many times, I just couldn't cast it because my opponent played 1 Bowmaster, and I don't have enough removal to constantly get rid of a Bowmaster. There's no blocks here. I mean, they definitely have a counterspell. Or another Valky. Okay. This has to be a counterspell. Or a treasure cruise. I mean, I attack for 2. They want to trade, they can trade with me. Just play the Kemba. Not countered. I'm gonna hold this card in hand. Yep. Luris, hold up, drown in the lock. Or counterspell. Or mana drain, not counterspell. Yeah. They don't have anything to get back with the Luris. No attacks. But I cannot see. Well, I'm just gonna die to this Deathrite Shaman before Kemba can actually take over the game, so. My one hope is they don't have a counterspell and they tap out for Luris. Oh, they have a demonic tutor. Okay. Sure that can find a way to end the game. No, they just tutored a counterspell. They just tutored a mana drain. Huh. Yeah, I attack for 2. Jump blocking, sure. Do they get a lightning bolt? Go for the throat. Yeah, just make it 2/2. What did they tutor? Another death right. They just tutor a go for the throat? They have to have a mana drain in hand. Kimba. Attack. I think this has to be a mana drain that they tutored. Or drown in the lock. Yep. I'm dead. So, post board. I like Pithing Needle. I like Esper Sentinel some of the time, but not all of the time. I think it's Esper Sentinel coming out. And one Get Lost to get rid of Planeswalkers. This is definitely this deck's toughest matchup, are the hard control decks. It's not resilient enough to outgrind them. So this deck is really about maybe one piece of well-timed interaction with a very fast clock is how this deck wins. It's really hard for this deck to grind with with a control deck. They just seem, yeah, the 4-color like control mid-range deck, but they seem they were probably on Jace to cheat out a Valky, Tibalt Valky. So play first. Yeah, this hand's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Bobble myself, see if I want to draw the card. Play Ornithopter, hold up a Swords. Probably get Thoughtseized and... Do I want that? Yeah. It's one of those, like, if I draw an equipment, my hand does stuff. If I get Thoughtseized and I don't find an equipment, then my hand doesn't do anything. This looks like Stern Scolding. Let's see if it's Stern Scolding. I think it is. No, it was not a Stern Scolding. They know I have this, so... No attack. Just a brainstorm. It's a Bowmaster? Ooh. That is worth it. I was supposed to fetch any basic planes to Stoneforge to hold up Spell Pierce. I want them to try and mana drain this. Yes. So now I get to Spell Pierce this. Take action. I really don't think that it's going to be a Colossus Hammer game. Like, I'm just going to get the reality chip. Attack for 2. I can't see this control deck being a Colossus Hammer game. They have tons of interaction, tons of removal. Yep. Ooh. Do I have a Spell Pierce? Seems like they might have Spell Pierce. They do have a Spell Pierce. Autoplay. Pass. It does mean like my reality chip, I couldn't play it that turn, but I think holding it up in a flash thing is better. So it means they just like can't tap out. Go for the throat. Yeah. Easy reality chip. Put that on top. Yep. Take action. Resolves. Yep. End turn. I would like to draw this Giver. Giver would be a great draw. So, reality chip, sure. Pass. My turn. Colossus Hammer would have been an okay draw, but really, ooh. Stoneforge is also a great draw. Take action. Nice. Yep. Reality chip was where I wanted to be. They were stuck on mana, but showed why like reality chip was really, really good. Maybe I take out a swords for a No More Lies. Actually, no, I want to get rid of the Bowmasters. Or the Valky. Okay. This hand's fine. It's not a great hand, but I gotta go turn 1 Kembas, turn Colossus Hammer into a reasonable equipment. So yeah, I'll keep. Do they have Screens holding? They do not. Let's see the top card. They have a mana drain. Okay, that's really good to know about. holding up a mana drain. It's a cigar disease. Yeah, hold up. Cast cigar disease. If they counter this, I'm gonna just jam the hammer. Spell pierce. Are they double spell piercing? Huh. I don't have a hammer out. So it kind of holds their mana drain hostage. Falky. Okay. Attack for 12. They block. Okay. So, go get a blue source. Yep. Play Kemba's Outfitter. Hand Shadow Sphere. Pretty happy where I am. Bowmaster does not do what they need to do. So, and then if they have one removal spell, okay, they are done. So I'm up 2-0. Okay, pretty happy. So I'll be back for round 3. Hello, and welcome to round 3. I'm on the play with Hammertime. This is a great hand, so I'm gonna keep. I don't know what they're on. So I have 2 options. I can lead turn 1 Giver, or I can lead turn 1 Kemba's Outfitter. They don't have a companion, so I think this is like, if this is an unfair deck, the Kemba's Outfitter line is so much more explosive. And you just need to be explosive against unfair decks. So, if it's a fair deck, then I can give her Colossus Hammer next turn, or play another Stoneforge Mystic, so... Thoughtseize. That's okay. Just get a Stoneforge for another card. Nurturing Peatland into Thoughtseize does make me think it's like a channel deck, which is scary. Yeah, it's still Colossus Hammer. Oh, it's a Death Shadow deck. Interesting. Why is the Death Shadow deck not on any companions? Oh, wait. Troll plus Reanimate. Still don't know why they wouldn't be on any companions. I mean, Deathrite Shaman. They are dead. They have to block this. They take 11. They go to 1. They're at 1 mana. They can't reanimate anything, so... Alright. Double Death Shadow. Okay. That is not a land. Okay, pass. The second Death Shadow was scary. Eh. I'm dead to a Temur Battle Rage anyway. This keeps me alive. They need 2 removals. Oh. Oh. Okay. Bookish Bowmaster. Okay. So, it's a little unfortunate, but I'll take the 2-for-1 on the Death Shadow. Keeps me alive. I guess I was supposed to do it after they traded, because now they can keep their Bowmaster alive. Oh. That's fine. Oh no! That is exactly lethal. Oh! Yeah, they just need 1 damage. Reanimate. I mean, I'm still like a draw land from... Yeah. Oh! That is basically the land that I needed to draw. See what they do. They block with 1 card. I get a Shadow Sphere. That was about as good as top deck as I can get, so not gonna complain. No, I did misplay. I'm supposed to let the Bowmaster die and then post combat swords the Death Shadows. I'm sure they don't have a second. Yeah, take action. Yep. Okay. So now I'm one game away from going 3-0. I don't know how I'm there, but so this is Swords to Plowshares, Soulguide Lantern. Take out the Esper Sentinels. Yeah. So this is the red-black Reanimator Death Shadow deck, where you're just trying to turn 1, discard a troll to reanimate. And then, because you're reanimating low, you just play a Death Shadow. So, it's just like a red-black tempo deck. So, Lurrus actually gives you pretty big buff if you can survive like their 1 or 2 threats. And Swords to Plowshares is fantastic against this deck. So, another showcase of why I think Swords to Plowshares is just the best removal spell in the format. It is amazing against this deck. It's amazing against Death Shadow. It's amazing against Troll. Like Reanimator cards. Like, it's just so strong and so powerful. So... probably going to be on the draw with an unkeepable hand, so this is a mulligan. Lands and spells, so keep. if they don't Thought Seize me turn 1, I'm definitely just going to hold up Spell Pierce. So, keep 6. I think it's Giver. So they mulliganed Thought Seize. They're probably taking like a Swords. And then I'm going to hold up Spell Pierce. You could also take like Stoneforge Mystic because it's the only threat I have on my hand. But Colossus Hammer. Okay, I don't know that one as well. If they try and Thoughtseize me again, I'm definitely gonna Spell Pierce. I want to keep my threats. Sagardazade? What do they have? If they tap out, I'd Stoneforge for Reality Chip. Shock, Stoneforge. Yeah. Yeah, just Reality Chip. In turn. What do they have in hand? Is like removal spell? Troll. Spell Pierce. Duress. They gotta eat the hammer, but I do have a Reality Chip. So, take action. So, play land. That's a Swords. So, that's still like a good keep. Attack for 1. Like, casting Swords is still where I want to be against this deck. Dark Ritual, sure. Death Shadow, sure. They know I have a Swords to Plowshares in hand, right? Preacher. Oh, man. Yeah. I do not want to draw an Ornithopter. So, get that. Exile that. So they do have a Preacher. But I have an active Stoneforge. Nice. Target equipment permanently gets that. Ah! Take action. Swords to Plowshares. Ornithopter. Choose an equipment. Yeah. So that was a showcase of Reality Chip and Swords to Plowshares. I think those cards are great. Well, I went 3-1 with Hammertime, which I'm honestly surprised about. That third match against the Death Shadow deck, like, it's a pretty good matchup for this deck. You have like enough pieces of interaction to mess them up, and you have a really fast clock. So that is like a decent matchup. But the other two hard control decks, and I know what the second time they got mana screwed, but like the other two hard control decks, those are really tough matchups, and this deck played pretty well. Reality Chip showed why I love this card in a Stoneforge deck, to me it justifies, like, yeah, you can play Luris because you get Reality Chip still, and this is a fantastic grind engine, just future sighting. And you saw Kemba's Outfitter be really, really strong. Colossus Hammer, the Lava Spore Boots was even pretty powerful. Shadow Sphere is really good. So, is this deck like a tier deck? No. But is it playable? It definitely is. Sideboard, I don't know about the sideboard. Like, I played against 3 control decks, so, like, my anti-combo cards just, like, weren't meaningful. And I don't really have extra grind engines in the sideboard, which might be an oversight. But I'm not sure about Mishra's Bauble. It's a 0-mana card for these, but there might be a better card to play in this slot. In earlier list, I had, like, Ingenious Smith, so I really wanted the Baubles, but I may be off Bauble in a future version of this deck. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment if you think that Hammertime is better than just kind of a fringe deck. Bye.